Well, good morning. Welcome to downtown Houston. Jeff McNeil joined by Doug Davison. And it's that time of the week when we preview this week's newspaper. As always, this edition is brought to you by Rocket Digital. If you are a business owner, you need to contact Rocket Digital. They'd be happy to meet with you, give you a free consultation, and let you know how they can help you better run your business online. Well, Doug, we didn't have to search far to find something to talk about this week. 24-14, Houston Tigers beat Mountain Grove. Yes, beat Mountain Grove. Feels awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah, can you say finally?
It has been 16 years since the 2001 season that Houston won in this matchup, and Friday night was a special place in Tiger Stadium. And before we talk about the game and give accolades to everybody, Doug, just what a cool night for football and what a cool atmosphere, wasn't it? Because you were there.
I did. I had a feeling something like this might happen. I really did. So I went to this one, and you're right. It was just a great atmosphere and a great high school football game.
Well, you can read all about the game. We have tons of photos in the newspaper as well as online. Get all the responses and reactions, interview with Coach Eric Sloan. But for the game itself, the one thing I've noticed, Doug, in the past couple of weeks is this ball team, these players are just playing with a different level of confidence. And we know that sports is all about the head game. You can do all the preparation you want, but to believe that you're stepping on the field with a chance to win is something that every team needs. And I've seen it, and you even commented, because you'd seen us earlier in the season, you can just tell there's just a different aura about the ball club right now.
Very different look on both sides of the ball. Just kids playing with enthusiasm and confidence, like you said. Just every one of them. I didn't see anybody who wasn't like that.
There's tons of kudos to go around. Some things I want to specifically talk about. The defense. A few weeks ago, we switched to a 3-3 look. The coaches said that it's less read and respond and more of just an attack, a go defense. One that's just turning everybody loose. And again, huge difference in the way we look on defense, because yes, Mountain Grove was without a couple of key pieces, but we totally dominated the game defensively. And when those pieces were in there, when Otwell came into the game, we still shut them down. And I'm just super impressed with those guys on that side of the ball.
What I saw was a real unit.
Yeah.
Also, it was just people acting together with, again, a lot of enthusiasm and just no doubt. There was just a lot of confidence from top to bottom.
And on the offensive side of the ball, we've made a switch now. It's Peyton Dixon's now at running back, Dakota Burchett at quarterback. Peyton at running back and Dakota at quarterback. Nice. And it's made a huge difference. And those guys are playing well. And then you add Gavin Alston, who has a career night on senior night. So many good things going on. And kudos to the coaching staff for continuing to stick with it. 1-5 on the year, couple consecutive losses where you were shut out. It'd be easy just to pack it in and say, well, maybe next year we'll do better. Those guys stuck with it, watched film, continued to work hard, made adjustments, and it is paying off big time.
Yeah, how cool is that they could actually identify some adjustments to make that would make such huge differences. I like watching the Burchett kid.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got a career ahead of him. And I also like watching Gavin Alston run.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, when he took off around that left edge and scored with 20 seconds left, that place got about as loud as it's ever gotten.
That was an exciting football play. It really was.
So the Tigers now are 3-5. They won 3 conference games for the first time since 2008. As I also said, they beat Mountain Grove for the first time since 2001. So lots of records going down. And this Friday night, they've got a chance to do another one as they go to Mountain View Liberty, a program that has been at the top of the conference for almost a decade. Stepped back a little this year, and now's a chance to beat them for the first time since 2005. And I've just got a sneaky suspicion, just based on how the team is playing and how confident they are, that we're going to see a good game Friday night.
I don't see any reason why this might not turn into another upset. I can feel it again. It's weird that Mountain View and Houston have the same record too.
Yeah, it's odd. We were talking about what's more surprising, that we're 3-5 and on the rise, or Mountain View's 3-5 and kind of declining.
Trending down.
Yeah, I don't know which is more surprising. Yeah. So be sure to watch that game. We cover every game live. HoustonHerald.com/live. Ryan Munson and Jim McNeil will bring you the action, the play-by-play. We actually do a preview, I can say this right, a pre-game show as we have interviews with Coach Sloan and Coach Boulder McKinney as they break down the game. So that starts around 6:15. So we've got all the football coverage in this week's newspaper. Of course, there's a lot of pages to cover in the newspaper, Doug, so we've got a few other things in the newspaper. And why don't you talk about something you were at?
Well, a couple Tuesdays ago, I went to the annual Ag Expo. It's hosted by Farm Bureau every year at the fairgrounds. And basically, it's like a gigantic field trip for fourth graders from all around the county. And they are exposed to just all things agriculture. If it has to do with agriculture, they get to learn about it there. And it involves a whole lot of volunteers from organizations and agencies around the area who set up stations in the livestock area and show the kids, about everything from conservation to water usage to, animals, food. It's really quite a big deal. It involves a lot of people.
And how many kids were out there? I know there were 5 different school districts from the county.
At least 5. Somebody told me there actually was 7 out there.
Okay.
I think the number was like 300 or something like that. Yeah, it's a lot of kids, a lot of buses.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
It is.
Well, those are 2 things in the newspaper. Obviously, there's a lot more, but football has taken over the town, and rightfully so. Congratulations to the team and Coach Sloan and his staff. Great job, and hey, let's see what happens Friday night. I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait to see that video or that live stream. That'll be good.
Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.